Hi everyone. Good afternoon. How is everyone? Have you all taken your lunch? Me not yet. How 啊？请我吃啊？也好。First of all, first question. Everyone knows what is HOC, Home Ownership Campaign? Yeah? Only one auntie nodded. All the rest, not really. Don't worry. I'll give you a very, very brief overview why HOC has been implemented in Malaysia and what has happened and how has it affected demand so far. So before that, you need to have one slide on the speaker first. A little bit about me. I love to read, write, speak on property. Yesterday I was speaking in KL, today in Singapore, next week in Ipoh. So I love to share about property. Yeah, I want to sell all my properties after I retire, and I intend to only rent properties. Right? They say the best time, the best is to rent rather than buy. Right? Totally agree. After you retire, not now. Not now. Now is to own first. Yeah, own first. I blog daily in copyandproperty.com. This blog has about 40,000 visits on a monthly basis. 40,000. 40 is 40,000. Yeah. I'm a licensed auctioneer. Property banknotes, special car plate numbers. I'm an international sales trainer, so I've trained sales teams, customer service teams in all these countries. And very important, see I highlighted in bold, right? I'm not from the developer, okay? So if you intend to buy any developer projects over there, don't need to mention my name. There's no extra discount. Yeah? I'm not from the bank. I'm not a real estate agent. So if you intend to buy any property and I bring you to the developer, I don't get a single cent. Simple as that. Yeah. And I'm not from the government. So I won't say things that is only good for the government, for example. Okay. At the moment, I have properties in 6 cities or towns in Malaysia. Yeah, still trying to grow, but I'm a very small-time investor. Yeah. What will I share today? 4 things: why we need the home ownership campaign, achievements, what's next, and budget 2020. Everyone heard of the budget 2020 recently in Malaysia? Yeah, just announced last week. No, oh good. So I have just a few slides to tell you a little bit about it. Why need for the HOC? Actually, if you look at the property prices, everyone, property prices from 2014, property prices keep dropping. Not dropping in property prices, it's dropping in terms of increase in property prices. Everyone understand? So it is still positive. Look at the property prices. This is 0. It used to increase 10% per year, 8% per year, another 8% per year, right? But it has been reducing in the increase since 2014. Latest quarter we have, this year, it has only increased 1.3%. Increase, everyone. Yeah? There's only one property market that I know of in the whole world today where the property market has been in reducing in terms of number of units being transacted and the prices being transacted in the world today, where after 5 years, the market is still okay, still going on. That's Malaysia. Yeah? In most markets, like for example, the US, before the 2008 mortgage crisis, 2006, you start to see wobbling. 2008, the crisis struck already, right? Malaysia, 5 years already, still standing. Of course, one of the key reasons is because it's very hard to get a loan in Malaysia. Yeah? Everyone, if you have read newspaper, if you don't qualify for a loan, you'll never get a loan. It's as simple as that. Yeah? Bank Negara have very strict lending criteria to all the banks. So this has been continuously happening, which means that if you ask anyone in Malaysia, beginning 2014, they may still think quite positive of the market because of the booming years. From 2008 all the way to 2013, It was super, super booming. Same as Singapore lah. 5 years. Everyone thought the ceiling was nowhere near, right? 2013, everything stopped. Yeah? So cooling measures were implemented both in Singapore, both in Malaysia. And then this happened. What happened in 2008 is that it has gone to an extent where if I'm a couple about to get married and my father-in-law forced me to buy a house, anyway, when I got married, my father-in-law did force me to buy a house. Yeah? So if my father-in-law forced me to buy a house in 2018, I would tell my father-in-law, father-in-law, you look at the property market, the prices also no good. I'm not sure whether should I go in. And my father-in-law would have to agree with me, okay lah, maybe you buy when the market is better. Yeah? This is what happened. It was not because the couple have no job, the factory is shutting down, or the economy is in trouble. Nothing of that sort is happening. Yeah? And look at this. This is the actual property transaction trend throughout the years. See or not? 2014 is here. Dropping, volume, value, dropping, 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 dropping. But if you intend to look for a recovery, right? Actually, recovery has already started. Yeah? Started in 2018. 0.3 and 0.6. The only issue is this. It's very, very insignificant. I won't say small. Small is not even a word. Insignificant. Because all these are such a big number. Right? What has happened so far until September 2019 is that transactions, both in volume and value, has already exceeded 2018 until September. Which means that as long as nothing else happens, 2019 will be the second year we will have green. Yeah? So if you're asking, okay, statistically, is the property market recovering? Yes, 2019, as of September. Okay? So what happened was that, because all these were happening in the market, but people don't really understand, so everyone was not thinking of buying property, right? But what were they buying? You know, in a bad market, you don't buy anything at all, right? You do not just don't buy property, you don't buy anything at all. Do you buy a new car when the economy is bad? Malaysia professionals in 2019 had above average salary increases. That means the businesses' outlook was positive, therefore they were paying people more, they were employing people more, and more people were changing jobs. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with the economy. But people were just not buying property. Yeah? And car sales going through the roof. Total number aside, total number is already up. Total number aside, Mercedes and BM had the year of their life. But if you go to Malaysia today, ask most of the working professional, how's the market? Bad, slow. Ask the business, how's the market? Slow. But they are having good increments, and what the heck, they are all buying new cars. But they say, bad. And if you think last year was good, this year, car sales has hit 296,334, already beaten last year. Last year was not even high enough to be high. And last year was already a high, historic high. This year has beaten last year. The property market, somehow is not really moving, because of the sentiment. You know, property market may not move because of fundamental issue. But fundamental issue, the job, whatever, everything is fine. Yeah? And unsold units increase. Now let's look at unsold units then. unsold units is in dark blue. Can you see unsold units or not? Under overhang category. Overhang means the whole project is completed. I get the keys to my home, and developers still have remaining units, and it was still not sold for the next 9 months. Then it goes into overhang category. Okay? Unsold simply means any unit which is unsold is called unsold. Everyone understand? Overhang is not when I get the key, it's called overhang. Overhang is when I get the key and the developer still have unit, try to sell for the next 9 months, cannot sell, the number goes into overhang. Okay? So this blue, thick blue here, simply means, yeah, there's a problem. Yeah? But if you really look at the actual number, right, the so-called blue thing has never been zero from the beginning. Can you see that or not? Never been. For so many years, even during booming years, never been zero. Every year, it has always been around 20%. Yeah? Just that now it's about 40%, so people are very, very worried. Okay? Any questions here? So this is the actual line, about 40%. And where are all these unsold units? What price are they? 68% are above 300,000. 68%. What is significant is not the 68% actually. What is significant is there's 32% below 300,000 which is unsold. Because people say property prices are too expensive, too high. That's why I cannot buy, I don't want to buy, right? 32% below 300,000. Unsold. This is definitely a sentiment thing. Nothing to do with property prices already. Yeah? Where are they? Johor has 26%. Penang 9%, Selangor, KL, others. This is as of latest quarter, it's first quarter this year. Johor significant or not? Next to Singapore. Huh? Significant, huh? Because of so many millions. No lah, thousands units lah, no millions. Huh? Johor RTS would definitely help tremendously. Right? So a catalyst for Johor would definitely be RTS. Yeah? Selangor, anybody have been to Selangor? Selangor? I personally stay in Selangor, right? Selangor, okay? Selangor is a big state, very big, right? The properties, the overhang ones, in Selangor state, in the major cities, are all okay. Yeah? It is only in the smaller towns where the numbers are. Yeah? KL, next slide. This one is very, very important. Others 34%. Because in Malaysia, there's only 4 property markets which are major. They're all here. But others can take up 34%, which meant that the overbuild was in places that people don't want and people don't need, or at prices which are totally irrelevant for those places. Yeah? And this is the reason why everyone had the thinking that, oh, Malaysia property market is bad. Nothing to do with the major property markets that you want to buy too. HOC come to the rescue. What is HOC? HOC is a private government initiative. The approval is by Real Estate Housing Developer Association, REDA. So this approval for home ownership campaign is unit by unit. For example, if there are 500 units in one development, the developer only wants 200 to be under HOC. The remaining to be non-HOC. Can or not? Can or not? Can, yes. Which meant that sometimes you see developer says, oh, my HOC units are here, 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 here. Then you ask, why here, 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 not HOC? Never apply. Yeah? Because unit by unit application, and every application is 600 ringgit, unit by unit. Okay? And of course, developers were willing to sell their units, which developers are not, because unsold for so long, right? Overhang, yeah? 9 months unsold. Minimum discount to qualify for HOC stamp duty exemption is 10%. Someone say, hey, but the developer mark up the prices first, leh? All these are overhang units, which meant that the approved selling price was already approved many years ago. They have to take that approved price and minus. This is not, oh, I apply now. Actually, my price is 500. No. This is based on the approved selling price many years ago. Because before they started selling, they need approval to sell. Approval to sell would have selling prices there. Yeah? Government gets to move the market and reduce unsold units. And of course, help Malaysians own a home. Buyers wanted to buy, but still wanted to wait. When is the price lowest? Everyone, when is price lowest in the whole world? Or in every country? Property prices, when is it lowest in the... Miss, when do you think the prices will be lowest ever? Recession. You, miss? Wartime. So anyone wants to buy during the lowest time or not? One is wartime. One. And other is recession. One or not? Yeah? Anyway, I just published an article today about what happens when the property market crashes. Right? If you like, you go and take a read. Yeah. Now, there's a minimum discount of 10%, some even higher, which means that the buyer, you know, buyer, you always want to wait for the best price, but then suddenly you see on the corner, right? There's a clearance sale. How? If you miss it, then yeah, miss it. I want to wait, but clearance war. How? Huh? In this case, it's more like a closing down sale. Because it's overhang unit, yeah? More like a closing down sale. And minimum discount 10%, yeah? So there are definitely cases where the property developer sold at that price, and now the remaining units, the price that they are selling is cheaper than the initial buyer. So the initial buyer also angry lah, huh? But then, when you see this, right, what happened? Okay lah. Now, brother, now I have to agree to my father-in-law to buy a house already. Huh? So I go and buy a house. Stamp duty exemption, meanwhile, is quite a lot also. So if you buy a 500,000 house, for example, stamp duty exemption alone qualifies for easily one extra overseas holiday for the couple. Yeah. So you see, got discount, and government say tax never mind. Don't need to pay me. You take for your holiday. How? Buy or not? Huh? Buy, huh? Anyway, the first HOC was not even last year, this year. First HOC was in 1998, 1999. Very, very successful as well. The chairman at that time was Tan Sri Eddie Chen, and I happened to meet Tan Sri Eddie Chen the other day when I was an assistant producer for a TV show, and he told me this was a time when REDA, here is REDAS, right? Real Estate Housing Developers of Malaysia, earn most of their money for all the activities, yeah? Latest HOC was announced February and runs until 30th of June. Towards June, everyone was asking, hey, extended or not? Extended law, you asked already, ma. So extended, and sales target in the beginning of 4 billion. Everyone says, crazy. Property market already so slow, remember or not? So slow, keep on dropping. You think HOC can save it? 4 billion some more, right? Sales achievement as of September, 14 billion. Yeah, 14. Target 14. And expected to close the year at 15. This is the thing that I told you about. I don't want to buy, I want to wait. Clearance sale. Right? So this is the thing. Right? Demand has been successfully stimulated and still continuing. What's next? HOC. Extension again. Huh? If keep extending, then no more power already lah, right? Is it still under extension phase, of course, until end of 2019. Any extension news should only be released in December lah, right? You see, if it's until December, any extension news released now, what will happen to the buying? Never mind lah, wait a bit lah, still got so long, right? But now, October already, you know, 2 more months finish already. Quickly buy. Maybe extended, my opinion, maybe extended, but maybe becoming more targeted, right? Only in those areas where extreme overhang is, perhaps. Yeah. And of course, HOC is now held by Budget 2020, announced recently. So if you ask me, will HOC continue to propel 2020? I think Budget 2020 is going to help tremendously. Yeah. We go into Budget 2020 a little bit. Budget 2020 policy for the property market. You know the reason why HOC was needed? Because of Budget 2019. Budget 2019 introduced the RPGT, Real Property Gains Tax, for anyone who sells a property after 5th year of holding. Right? That was Budget 2019. So Budget 2019 actually sort of killed the market. That's why HOC come to the rescue. Fortunately, Budget 2020 don't kill lah. Budget 2020 take over the baton and continue running. Yeah. Budget 2020 target foreigners, Singaporeans lah, foreigners, okay, or any foreigner. Requirement to own from 1 million down to 600,000 for high rise. Only for overhang. Yeah. Not for in progress, not for non-completed properties. Yeah. Only overhang. So it's very, very targeted. What's the total number of units? About 8,000 plus units. About 8,000, yeah? So the total units that you can buy is about 8.3 billion in total. Effects on the property market? Positive, right? Especially if you can sell all the 8,000 plus units, that would be great. Another one is Malaysian property. This is the RPGT, the one who killed us previously. This one is base asset for asset acquisition. What is this? You know when RPGT was announced for any property sale, that means 5%. Whatever you sell, whenever you buy. You know property that you bought 30 years ago, when you sell today, you also get 5%. Long time ago, properties in Petaling Jaya was 100,000. So the owner may buy 100,000. No tax, because 30 years ago. Today, suddenly the government says, you want to sell a property? Can, 5% tax. Today the price is 1.6 million. 1.6 minus 100,000 times 5%. It's crazy, right? Everyone so angry. Finance minister say, okay, never mind, calculation based on year 2000. Now budget 2020, it says, counting from 2013 then. Anyway, effects on the property market, neutral. Next one is youth. They hope to push the youth up. So this one is the government to offer 10% loan guarantee, basically to help the youth to own a unit of their own, right? Effects on the property market, positive lah, definitely. Malaysia under B40 household. B40 is the base 40 household. People who earn up to 4,200 per month households, yeah? Ringgit 4,002 per month, yeah? 1 billion affordable fund, where the special interest rate is around 2.6%. Okay, 2.6%, of course, to Singapore may be very high, but to Malaysian, 2.6 very, very low, right? Usual interest rate is about 4.3, 4.5. This is 2.6%, yeah? Okay, cool. Value of properties, up to 300,000. So this one basically really to help the poor households to own a house. Simple. Effects on the property market, positive lah. Push up the sales, yeah? Remember, 32% of all the properties overhang is under 300,000, yeah? And Malaysia is preferring to rent first, own later. You know, there are Malaysians who say, I want to rent first because I don't have down payment, right? Can you rent first lah? Government will have financial institutions, would help them with a 30% guarantee to help all these people who doesn't have a down payment to rent first, then own later, right? That means after 5 years, whatever you pay in rental, a certain amount will be put into the down payment, yeah? Okay? Effects of the property market, positive lah, okay? So you can see budget 2020 is considered very positive to the property market. Totally unlike budget 2019. Yeah? Conclusion, I think it's going to be a better one. Next year is definitely going to be a better year. Yeah? Unless special circumstances happen now, like war. Wishing all of us success in our property investments. Any questions? Otherwise, if you have a Facebook page, you can like Kopi and Property. Then on a daily basis, you read all the property news. Yeah? All my thoughts. Not from developer, not from the government. From me. Huh? Questions?
We have time for questions. Does anyone want to speak to Charles? Or shy? Want to speak personally? Yeah.
Yes. Ipoh is not a primary property market, but Ipoh's diversity means that you can find any kinds of property there. For example, you want luxury condo, there's luxury condo in Ipoh, right? If you want a gated garden, very nice environment, along the same road as the Sultan's Palace, also got, yeah? And if you want cheaper condo, also have. If you want the old non-gated, non-guarded landed property, if you are Malaysian, you can still buy one at 300,000, right? But you need to redo the piping, redo the electric stuffs, right? But generally, it's good. And if you ask me, should I buy in Ipoh? I think I should because I'm from Ipoh also, and it's in the middle of Penang and KL right? Yes. Capital gains tax in budget 2020.
Yeah. You say what with respect to 2013, is it?
Yeah. So the valuation is from 1st January 2013. For example, you bought a property in 1985, right? 1985. Long time ago, if you buy in 1985, after 5 years of holding, you sell, there's no tax, right? Then they say, after 5 years or so, there's tax of 5%, right? Many buyers were very angry because at first, there's no tax. Now suddenly, I buy in 1985, you say I had to pay tax. 1985 is so low, the price. Now the valuation is so high. The stamp duty is going to kill me. You understand? So the finance minister said, okay. I understand. So we calculate from year 2000. Actually, year 2000 also not fair because year 2000 also still low right? So people were still very angry. Now 2020, they say 2013. 2013, okay can because 2013 was the end of the bull run for the property market. So it was already the highest point valuation. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so does it mean the seller have to get the valuation done
Yes,
for
yes,
his
yes.
property?
Yes, yes.
2013.
Yes, the valuer have to do a valuation based on 2013, but the final decision still rests on the authorities lah. Huh?
Well, it's very troublesome, very leceh.
Yeah.
To sell a property, the seller have to get a valuation company. Then they don't submit to the government for approval.
Yeah.
It take 5 years before the approval.
No lah, won't be 5 years lah.
3
But many
years,
months definitely.
Sir, how about the property in Kluang? Any advice on that? Kluang?
Actually, I'm not that familiar lah, but generally, when we look at property prices, it's always essential to understand why are we buying it for. For example, if I want to buy for rental purpose, then we have to identify what's the reason for the rental purpose, right? So, assuming the reason for the rental purpose is from the student, then it should be an identifying of the institution which is nearby, right? So if the institution which is nearby, then it's so important to identify what kind of institution which is nearby, right? A local university, the ability to pay rental is looking to be lower. International university is going to be higher, right? So come back to the purpose that you buy. If it's because you want to buy next to your family home, buy lah, buy. Malaysia's property price, if you look at actual property price versus median income, we are supposed to be in ASEAN, we are supposed to be behind just Singapore, okay? But in terms of the property price versus median income, we are not even nearby some lesser developed nations in Southeast Asia. So the price per square feet in some lesser developed nations in Southeast Asia is already above Malaysia. Yeah? So if you say, oh, Malaysia house prices is very high, then I have to pray for all these less developed countries because their prices already above by far compared to us. Yeah?
Any more questions? Okay, Charles will still be around for, he's also part of the panelists for the panel discussion that we'll have later in the evening today.